Hey, it's Eric, and I'm here at Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson. You know them, you love them, you watch them every Sunday on Indy 23 TV and on YouTube. Put your hands together and help welcome to the stage Scott and Cindy.
This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Years ago, we started our program teaching young men and women how to make that legal living, getting them that sense of self-worth and work ethic, putting them back in the community, teaching them marketable skills, getting them to the point where they'll be okay giving second, third, fourth chances.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Ladendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flat Out Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's four wheels or there's two wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spider and the ever-so-cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like.
I was riding with three friends in Franklin, and a distracted driver ran a stoplight, totaled motorcycle, head injury, broken back, broken ribs. I started worrying about bills, income, how we're going to pay for things, how we're going to survive until I can get back on my feet.
Well, the insurance company called and immediately wanted me to make decisions. They were kind of aggressive, and they knew a lot of terms, and that's when I made the call to Ladendorf.
My experience with the team here that represented me was awesome from the moment we met until it was over. A bad thing turned into a good thing because of Ladendorf Law.
The whole Ladendorf team were like family, and they have become family.
Cindy, we are here in Shelbyville. The sun is shining. Now, we rode on some wet roads coming out here, but the sun is shining right now. We're going to have a beautiful day. What's going on here in Shelbyville?
What's going on? It's Rupert's Kids Ride, and man, there's going to be a lot of bikes today because it is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It was a little chilly this morning, but it's so good.
No, this is awesome. You know, everybody knows Rupert from Survivor, and, you know, he's been here in Indiana, and he works hard. He's got an arcade right here in Shelbyville for these kids to be able to come out and do something, but he's got such a big program. I don't think people understand everything the man does, so I can't wait to find him, talk to him. You know, he's not shy. He's not afraid of the camera, so you know you're going to hear a lot when it comes to him. And speaking about not shy and not afraid, Crambo's out in Greencastle. You guys rock. You have been sponsoring the charity rides on Steel Horse Thunder for several years now, and we thank you so much for your support. And if you're looking for paint work, mechanical work, or if you're looking for accessories, Crambo's in Greencastle is the place to go. Cindy, let's find Rupert, let's find some other people, and find out a little bit more about this.
Let's find Rupert because he's so animated.
Mr. Glass, here we are. We're in Shelbyville, Rupert's Arcade. We got the big ride going on today. What is this ride all about today?
This ride is about Rupert's Kids, and he calls it Rupert's Kids, but it's actually a development and an empowerment for young men, guys who maybe have gotten in trouble for alcohol, pills, stealing in grocery stores, all those kinds of things. Actually, as of this year, Rupert is like one of the only organizations in the tri-state area. If a young guy gets sentenced to house arrest, they can go into Rupert's program. They can do 90 days. They get so much taken off their time, their probation. After 6 months, Rupert can walk into a courtroom with them and they can start a fresh life. The thing is, they work hard. Rupert and all of his guys, they mow almost everything around here, fairgrounds, all that. The astonishing thing is that it's 100% donation. They don't take anything from state government. There's no funding for this except for the donations that we give. So that says a lot. So that's how we started this ride 3 years ago, and it's basically just to have a great time. It's for a great cause, and it's a great time.
It is, and this is one of the ways that he's able to generate some dollars to be able to do what he's doing. And that's why I said most people don't understand the level of what he is doing.
No,
you know what I mean?
Generating a future. You know, we see all these mass shootings and all this stuff today. He's developing young men who get a rough start, instead of putting them in that revolving door of getting caught one time stealing and then getting caught one time out smoking. Whatever you do, he stops that door and gets them focused on a job, on a career, on family, on life. And let's face it, in the decade we're in right now, we need a generation that's going to step up and take your nice place someday.
So, Gary, you're out here at this ride, and I love your bike, and I love your outfit, your dog. Tell me what brings you out here today.
Just support a good cause. This is something kids don't have a whole lot to do anymore. This gives them an outlet, and Rupert's just got several good programs going on here in Shelbyville.
So do you live here in Shelbyville?
Shelby County, yeah.
Yeah, I just walked into the arcade, and that's pretty cool that he has that for the kids, because, you know, kids need somewhere to go, and a lot of places don't have a place for kids to go.
Some place to go where they can be monitored and kind of kept in check and taught some values.
Yeah. So are you wearing the hat today to keep the sun off of you?
That's it. Yeah. So it doesn't show anymore, but somewhere I got a ginger gene. Burn pretty easy.
Well, some of us do. And tell me about your dog. Does he ride in this cart here?
Yep, Jackson rides in the sidecar, and he's kind of got me believing that the bike won't start without him in the sidecar. So he loves to go every time.
Rupert, here we are, man. We got a beautiful morning for this ride. I tell people all the time, you have no idea what this man is actually doing, especially here in the state of Indiana, and people don't understand it. And the truth is, it's too much for me to remember everything that you do. So please let the audience know. And this is why we're doing the ride, is to raise funds to keep this thing going. And tell me something about Rupert's Kids Foundation.
First, Scott, thank you so much for coming out and supporting us for so many years. I mean, it's coming up on 20 years we've been running Rupert's Kids, doing these rides. You know, the Lafayette ride is going to be the 15th annual. Things don't last that long. But, you know, years ago, we started our program teaching young men and women how to make that legal living, getting them that sense of self-worth and work ethic, putting them back in the community, teaching them marketable skills, getting them to the point where they'll be okay giving second, third, fourth chances. We always said we needed the beds. You need beds. As they're coming off the streets, as they're coming out of the detention center, people don't want to rent to Fallon's. Oh my God, you know, people don't want to help you come off the streets. You don't have an address? What do you mean? No, I don't want it. We've created the warehouse, W-H-E-R-E. Where are you going? Where have you been? Where do you want to be? The place where recovery happens. The place where you can walk in the door still addicted to booze and drugs, still, you know, with charges hanging over your head and not a penny in your pocket, but the want to help yourself, and we will accept you. Now, not always do we have open beds. You know, beds are a commodity. But we'll get you on the waiting list. If we don't have a bed, we'll keep up with you every day, and we'll get you in, showing you how we will help you get that legal living back. We will help you make that effort and the real show to paying off your debt, to paying your probation, your parole, your home detention, to paying your stuff. Being able to show these guys how the path to success, the path to self-sufficiency. You know, one of our other slogans. You know, you don't have to be an angel. You just got to stop being a horse's butt. You got to stop. You got to stop hurting yourself and hurting others. You got to start giving of yourself. You know, addicts, alcoholics, people that are struggling coming out of the system, whether they believe it or not, they're takers. They're taking for themselves. They're taking, it's their addictions. It's their demons, forcing that. We show you how you give that up, how that chip gets knocked off your shoulder, how you start getting some patience, some compassion. All those damn things that are taught to you in jail that don't mean a thing out on the streets, we show you what strong men really are. Those of us that give back, those of us that give of ourselves, those of us that help each other. That's why we have a 70%, 70 plus some years, percent success rate. Teaching our guys that we beat most programs because we attach ourselves to you, and you believe, and we mean. We want to help you. We are those guys that walked that path before. And we created a path that we would be willing to walk. A reentry program, a sober living house that is really a very good place to live. You're going to see out on our website some more of our guys talking about their journey and their program over the last 6 months. You're going to see that in the next 6 months. We opened our doors January of 2020, thinking we were golden. Had spent $150,000 of our own money, not tax dollars, getting the doors open. February, we were darn near full. March, we go into a shutdown. Everything stops. That's when this ride was created, that 2020, when the guys here saw all of our appearances go away, all of our dollars go away, all of our fundraisers get canceled, everything gets canceled, and we lose over $100,000 worth of future income in 1 week. With having 12 beds, the washer and dryer never stops. Even if you're just doing one load a day, that's 12 guys doing one load a day. The microwave never shuts off during the day. We use gas, water, and electric. We've got 4 bathrooms and showers. The showers we almost got a schedule for some of the guys because, we're all trying to get ready and get to work. We're all trying to get going. But being able to show how our mentoring program, our reentry program, our arcade that we're hanging out at today, our stuff that is all tied together is all to help empower us, to make sure that we're not spending government dollars, spending our tax dollars on people that are struggling and not really helping themselves. We teach guys how to help yourself, how to pay your own way, how to make your own life, and how to give back as you're doing it. That's why we have such good success. Yeah.
Well, it is, because that's crazy success. Those are crazy numbers, because that doesn't happen in any other thing. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, the arcade. This is the first time I finally made it out here to the arcade. Yeah. It's super cool. Except there's a bunch of little kids running around, wouldn't shut up, wouldn't leave me alone. It's like, come on.
Schedule a private party. $75 an hour, and you can have 50 plus people with you at your party. What an affordable, we didn't create the arcade to make money. We created the arcade to be that one of those last steps in helping our men and women that are getting ready to get out into the community, how to learn the public skills, how to deal with the public in the arcade, especially as in the summertime, as school is out. We have a lot more children in there. Children are not always happy. Children don't always, sometimes you have to be good at conflict resolution with the public. Teaching our guys how to do that gently.
You have a pretty badass Indian you're riding right here, man. Tell me a little bit about the bike.
It's a 2018 Indian Classic with a Stage 3 kit on this thing with a Lloyd's tune. I bought this brand new on the showroom floor out of Elkhart, Indiana at the Indian dealership up there. Hey, Chris. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I put Arnott air ride on this thing last year so I can lower it down so people can see the paint job a lot easier. Custom airbrush art on this whole bike done by Walter Cueto out of Goshen, Indiana. Airbrush image on Facebook. Look him up. He is phenomenal. He also did my wife's helmet, which I got for her for a Christmas present. This is all airbrushed on her helmet as well.
No, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I love the Indian motorcycles as well, and but the whole paint scheme on this thing, everything about it, it just screams out at you. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love this, and it looks pretty darn comfortable.
It really is comfortable. This bike means a lot to me because the paint job is the Trail of Tears. I have Cherokee ancestry. This is the tribute bike to the Trail of Tears of the Cherokee Indians. And so this is just a phenomenal, my own way of showing my ancestry.
Yeah. All right, I got to ask. You guys were over here in timeout. What'd you guys do to get in trouble? And they told you go over there and sit in the sun.
I just prefer the sun.
Is that right?
I prefer triple-digit weather. I'm that idiot.
So there's something seriously wrong with you then, is what you're saying?
Definitely.
Okay, I got a unanimous yes on all of that. Everybody's like, yeah, there's something seriously wrong. What brought you out to the ride today?
My little brother was actually part of Rupert's program a few years ago, and I did the ride last year.
Right on. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a great day for the ride, and now I'm happy to know that you guys aren't in trouble. You didn't get put in timeout over here. You're just some of the people that just enjoy sitting in the sun.
Don't look now. Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Ladendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
So, Lacy, you are the Ladendorf Law feature woman writer, and you should be because you're out here riding in a boot. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So tell me what's going on.
About 5 weeks ago, I laid my bike down. I was following behind a truck, and he ended up rear-ending another vehicle in front of him at about 55, 60 miles per hour. I tried looking for an exit route, and I didn't have one as there was a dump truck picking up trash on the right-hand side and traffic coming to the left. So I slammed on my brakes just out of natural instinct and locked my front wheel. I looked down, and my rear tire was parallel with my handlebars, so I was like, here we go. And as soon as the bike started going down, I pushed off and got up in the middle of the road. As soon as I stopped rolling and sliding, walked off to the side, and I knew my leg was messed up, but the two men I rode here today with, they came to the accident, and I told them, I said, I need you to still go pick up my bike. That day I was wearing leathers and a helmet, which I normally didn't, and the only reason I was wearing a helmet that day was because I was bringing home a bigger bike, the Softail. I had only ridden my Sportster, so I knew I was bringing home a bike that I wasn't familiar with or comfortable with. So, and I don't know, things happen for a reason, because that day, if I wouldn't have been wearing my helmet or my leathers, it would have been a lot worse. So,
and I honestly believe that some days you get on the bike and it's like, yeah, maybe I'll wear the helmet, and some days you don't. I know you probably should all the time, but there's days where it's like, I just want to be free.
Yep. And I'm actually, last weekend was my first time being back on the bike since my accident, and I'm supposed to originally not have any weight bearing for 3 months, but my dad had passed away, so our biker group did a benefit ride for his funeral, and I was like, I tore the cover off and I said, I'm going to be the one leading the pack that day. So, and then went riding again on Sunday and got back on it yesterday, so it's hard to stay off of it. It truly is.
I'm sure it is, but you do need to take care of your leg.
Yes.
But I just want to say I am so sorry about your dad. I'm glad that you were able to go ahead and ride. But yeah, And then you just go ahead and ride.
Yeah, yep.
Well, tell me about this bike, because you said it was new.
It's new to me. I actually bought it off of a couple, I forget the name of the town. It's about 10 minutes away from Warsaw. And I just seen it as a marketplace ad. I knew I wanted a bigger motor. I wanted an upgrade from my Sporty. So I seen this post, went and met with them, and then the next day I was gonna bring it home. And again, I strongly believe it was God's timing, because I met this couple and I instantly knew after meeting them, I was like, wow, this is a good brotherhood there. And I just had all the good feel vibes. Got in my accident the next day on my way to pick it up. And then I had surgery on Saturday, so my accident was on a Friday. I had my surgery on Saturday. I work in the RVs, so I went into work Monday morning, still in my plaster cast from surgery. They let me make parts in the break room for the first 3 hours, and at first break they ended up letting me go, which in that line of work, being off of work that long, weight bearing, they had to hire somebody to fill in, and me being a liability and stuff. The industry right now too is slowing down, so I knew it was coming. And then the person I had bought my bike out, he found out I had lost my job through a mutual friend. And I mean, it's a small world. And he contacted me 2 days later and said, hey, 2 days after surgery, you went into work like you are, determined. He goes, come in and come fill out an app at my place. So I did, and they employed me right there on the spot. So yeah, and I mean, I feel God truly brings people in and out of your life for a reason. And I mean, just from the day I seen this bike, it's been a series of events, but there's always been that light in the end of the tunnel. Yeah. And it's been nothing but blessings. So
this is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase, looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Mr. Scott.
All right, so how is it being able to go flying around everybody and
extremely fun. It is fun, windy. But the thing is, I think keeping the bike safe is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. So, and this time, we didn't race up along everybody. We took different routes to be ahead of everybody.
Yeah, so I noticed that. I was going to say something about that. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody quite do that before. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah. So all of a sudden we ran up on you guys. I was like, hey.
Yeah, I think that's a lot safer if you're going to block instead of running beside everybody, because it makes everybody nervous. All of a sudden you got a bike flying up beside you. It's just, I felt safer that way. But we rode the route last week to make sure where we needed to block at. So.
No, that's cool, man. It was a good ride here, for sure.
So, Nicky, you put this ride on. I know that you're backbone of it. So, tell me what all it entails.
Well, it's gotten a little easier. This is our 3rd year, so it's gotten easier as we went. But it's a matter of getting. This year we were lucky enough to have donations for armbands this year, and of course we like to have the banner so everyone can sign it. And I actually found out yesterday that when we present the banner to Rupert, he hangs it in the warehouse where the guys stay, so the guys can see everyone that participates and supports the program. The reason John and I keep doing this is because I get a little teary-eyed. Rupert's a very genuine person. Yeah. Once you meet him in person, you know that he's doing it for the right reasons. And he has such a good program. Hopefully they're going to get to open it up to women too. I hope they get to expand. And I know that his organization needs the money. So no matter how much effort we have to put into it, it's worth it. And one thing that John and I take pride in is 100% of our proceeds go to the organization at the end, and we present the money at the end to Rupert.
And that's pretty cool. And Rupert does need the money. It's not for him. It's for the things that he does, and he does so much good in the communities. I think highly of him because he does. And I do hope that they have a women's, because women need it too.
Exactly. And one thing that Rupert does not take is any government funding. So it's totally reliant on donations that he gets from his fundraisers and different activities they have. Of course, I don't know if he mentioned it yet, but they have the angels that they're trying to get. They're trying to get 100 angels, a $1,000 donation. Each person will get recognized and they'll have a party at the end. It can be a group of people. If they want to come together, have 10 people, donate $100 apiece. Donate $1,000 and then you're one of the angels.
That's pretty cool. I haven't heard that yet.
Okay.
Very good. I see that. Thank you. Oh my gosh! He just turned around and gave that all back. Thank you.
All right, man. Is it true you came all the way down from Elkhart down for this ride?
Yes, we did. Osceola, actually, which is right next to Elkhart, and LaGrange, and Napanee. We came down last night.
Now, I mean, nighttime, not like yesterday late afternoon, but it was middle of the night.
It was 6:30 when we left out, and 12:15 until we got to the hotel this morning.
Little rain?
A lot of rain. A lot of cold rain, yes.
Man, I mean, that part sucks. I mean, it's bad enough to ride in the rain, but then in the dark, at night, in the cold, in the rain, I mean, that's just a nightmare. I know if you've rode for any length of time, we've all gone through it, but it sucks when you do that. So how you liking the sunshine?
Oh, beautiful. I love it. We just have this at nighttime, too. It'd be all right.
So I've got to ask, what would make you guys hop on the bikes? Now, again, you knew you were going to get rained on coming down here, right? So you knew that, right, we're going to ride in the rain. It's going to be cold. We're going to ride, and we're going to go for hours down to Shelbyville, Indiana. What actually said, yeah, what the hell, let's do it?
We've known Rupert since he was on Survivor, and 3 years ago when he started this, I missed it because I didn't realize he had started it. And last year with the COVID thing, we couldn't come down. I think we were doing something else. But this year was the year that I decided we're going to come down. We're going to support Rupert and what he stands for with children. And yeah, can't think of a better way to come down other than donate to his cause, which I'm going to plan on doing too.
Hey, that's going to do it for you. Hope you enjoyed this show, man. I'm telling you what, we got a chance to talk to Rupert. Always a lot of fun. Cindy, what did you think?
This is a great ride. I mean, there are so many bikes out here today. It's so good to see, and it's all for Rupert. They give 100% to Rupert. It's just awesome. And remember, you guys need to go onto YouTube and subscribe and share and whatever you do, click. Go to Facebook, go to TikTok, go to whatever else is out there. I can't even think of them all.
No, it was just a lot of fun. Met some people coming down here from all the way from Elkhart, Indiana, to come down here. You talked to a lady that's in a cast, rode her own motorcycle in a cast, and we get to ride our motorcycles today.
We do, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we had to kind of shake the cobwebs off of them to get them out of the bike or out of the garage.
Yeah, I literally wiped the cobwebs off of it. So but that's all right. We wiped the cobwebs off, and guess what?
We're gonna ride.
We're gonna ride, and it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.